Hello guys, Reda here. Welcome to research report number 13. This time we're gonna do IOTEX, interesting DePin plus layer 1 project. So let's dive in. Always read the disclaimer before you proceed with the video, just for your own safety. Okay. So short introduction to IOTEX. IOTEX is an open source blockchain based project founded in 2017, so it's pretty old, specifically built to support use cases in the Internet of Things. So this is IoT. Here's where you can think about DePin, privacy, data storage, AI, etc., etc. Also, it allows humans and machines to interact in a completely decentralized way, addressing the issue of data privacy and security, such as ownership of home camera recordings. That's what IOTEX wants to give, and those kind of solutions that we want to see. So also, IOTEX focuses on privacy. So IOTEX provides a solution to privacy concerns by combining innovative blockchain architecture, so think about DePin, with IoT middleware that ensures user privacy remains secure. So let's now check how IOTEX actually works. As you can see on the screenshot right here, this is the device, right? As you can see, this is the storage layer. This is where the blockchain comes in, and this is how the interaction shows on IOTEX and how they use it. And also you can use your phone as a DePin protocol. So let's dive in. So IOTEX consists of 3 layers: the device layer, the storage layer, and the blockchain layer, as I just showed on the screenshot, each designed to ensure trusted data interactions, secure storage, and smart contract support. And you can see here, IOTEX, they support different kind of blockchains like BNB, like Ethereum, Matic, etc., etc. Also, device identity and security. The IOTEX platform assigns verifiable identities to devices, securing interactions between IoT devices and the network. Also, IOTEX, has a focus on decentralized identity, so DID. IOTEX DID framework provides security for both human and device identities, ensuring seamless decentralized interactions. So IOTEX really focused on privacy, uses DePin pretty efficiently, and yeah, so far interesting. So let's move on to the next slide. So where can you find IOTEX? Of course, like most crypto projects, they have a Twitter account. You can see it already shows the DePin modular infrastructure for everyone. So the focus is shifting a lot to DePin. Also, they're having a very big DePin campaign, as you can see. 218 project, 18 million plus devices tracked. So according to them, it's the biggest DePin campaign in history to drop. Maybe that's true, maybe that isn't. Again, this is a marketing thing, but it's all about their activity. You can see this tweet is not that old; it's from the 17th, so that means they are always updating their community, which is for me very important to see. So narrative, like we just talked about, right? Next to IOTEX being DePin focus, it's also a layer 1. So what does that mean? They have their own wallet that you can interact with. People can also potentially, launch meme coins on IOTEX, which can bring users, right? But of course, their number one narrative at this moment is DePin. You can see on the screenshot that I posted, they have a lot of delegates like a D-Mail, like some other projects they're working with. They have 23k devices, so people are giving their phone or whatever, and of course they get rewarded in IOTEX tokens for doing that. That's the purpose of DePin. They have 120k active wallets, a lot of blocks being produced, as you can see, and already like a huge surge in transaction, right? So I think IOTEX a very good narrative play, right? If you think like meme coins will surge here, but not only meme coins, maybe some nice innovative apps will be built on IOTEX. They have the funds for it, but I will go into that later on. But yeah, DePin, very strong DePin project, and also a very stable layer 1 project. So now we move into the tokenomics. So here is where things become very interesting, because like I said, IOTEX has been around for since 2017. So that has some very nice positive things, because they hardly have any more supply to dump, right? They have 0.5% of the supply left, right, to be potentially quote unquote dumped, but most of the supply is already released. So let me just show you. So all of this, so from 2025 till 2028, that's the last supply they have left. So that's the 0.5% supply they have left to I guess dump, right? But most of it is through mining rewards, right? Because you can mine IOTEX. You can see underneath. So from November 1st, it's only 15 million tokens. December 50 million tokens. So it's like 1% of the, yeah, it's only 1%. So it's not even that much. And yes, the team still gets some tokens, but because their supply is around 9.5 billion, you won't even hardly notice, right? Because it's really stable. Here in the beginning, it was very aggressive, and now it's just very stable, as you can see, right? So most tokens are already unlocked, so I think this is great. So that means there's not much, dumping going on here on IOTEX, right? Because they already been, most of it's already released. So VCs, venture capitals, most of them got their tokens. So let's move to the next slide. Now things get also very interesting. So like I said, right, IOTEX is a pretty old project since 2017, but actually their investments are very fresh. So it all started in 2023 in September, because IOTEX was one of the first, to launch this DePin modular architecture. So they got a grant from the Ethereum Foundation themselves. I don't know how much it was, but they raised, some money there. And then in April, they really boomed. In the 2nd of April 2024, they got a $50 million investment from around 5 to 6 VCs, and that's where IOTEX really took off. And of course, the original investment was not really from VCs, it was an ICO, right? That was just people, willing to put money in a pool. You can also see the price here. Again, notice this was a long time ago, of course. But afterwards, for me, it's all about the Ethereum Foundation grant and the investment from April, because I would never, look at a project from 2017 because that's old, right? That's a Dino coin. But IOTEX actually got a fresh investment in April, so that means they're pretty relevant. So that's really what I wanted to show in this slide. So let's move to the next one. Of course, right? So let's say you like the information that I showed and you maybe want to purchase IOTEX. Well, good news, IOTEX is available for everyone. It doesn't matter where you live, in Europe or in Asia or in the United States, because it's available on Bybit, it's available on Binance, Coinbase, and Crypto.com. So everybody can have access to it, which is great. Of course, the market cap and revenue. Like I said, IOTEX is not a low cap, but also not a high cap. It's a very strong mid cap, as you can see, at 385 million or 384 million market cap. So it's very liquid, very, very liquid. So you don't have those huge price, up and down, up and down, up and down. Also, back in Q4 in 2023, they had a revenue stream of 212K. Well, I wouldn't say revenue stream, but they had a very huge revenue from gas fees only. 200K, that was because of inscriptions. Afterwards, of course, it calmed down to 20K to 18K. But this is only one stream of revenue. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any other data from the revenue they earned from giving their DePin, for example, right? Fees from their DePin structure, fees from different kind of streams they receive, right? For example, the work they do for enterprises, etc. So I think that information is not available, but at least from the gas fees, according to Messari, right? This is from June 3rd, is they earn 200K revenue from gas fees. But of course, this will go higher. As long, of course, the blockchain gets used, right, for the future. So, conclusion. I think IOTEX key focus is on securing IoT devices, right? So DePin and data through blockchain technology, addressing privacy and security concerns. Also, the three-layer structure that I talked about, right? The device storage, the blockchain layers work together to ensure trust, data security, and smart contract functionality. And of course, we have the utility of the IOTX token. The IOTEX token is vital for governance, transaction fees, and device registration, supporting the smooth operation of the IOTEX ecosystem. So, hope you enjoyed the presentation so far. Let's move on to TA. Bye bye. Hey, what's up, guys? Let's dive into IOTEX TA and see what it is doing on the chart. So, first off, I use the weekly time frame because it has a lot of price action. It has price action from 2019, as you can see. This long accumulation that it had during that period, during the COVID, etc., etc. It had one surge here of like 1200%. Of course, came down to the means, and then it experienced a huge bull run back in 2021, which it had a surge of 1900%, as you can see. And then it actually just came back down to its levels from 2021. Here is where IOTEX kept building their DePin modular right here. And then they had the first successful surge because of the inscriptions. And they had a surge of 580%. And since then they've been going sideways. They didn't really, go down lower or anything like that. It's been getting a little bit. Yeah, it has resistance, a lot of resistance at 4.4 cents, as you can see. It's actually this midline right there. And that level goes all the way back down here, right? This is the level that I mean, this candle closure right here. Goes all the way down to here. You face some resistance there, and I want to see a flip. But right now, seeing some higher lows here on IOTEX, right? You made the low in August, right there. Since then, you've been making higher lows consistently and higher highs, right? So it's all about, to flip the midline at 4.4 cents. Let's say you want to enter IOTEX. Maybe you can wait for a dip to like 3.4 cents or around 3.8 cents. But also, if you want to like enter here right now, it wouldn't be a very bad spot because you can manage a stop loss pretty well here. Underneath these two wicks, around like 5% stop loss. Also, I do understand that people say this can be still like a downtrend, but I don't want to look at it that way. I see a low here being formed, higher lows being made, and it just needs to flip the midline. Let me open my EMAs. Yeah, now I see a little bit more clear. So EMA wise, IOTEX is holding the weekly 200. I will have to say the weekly 200 is pretty young still. It's from 2023. But it's above the weekly 200, which is nice. That's why, like I said, if you want to buy IOTEX, at this spot, then just place a stop loss under the weekly 200, right? Just to be safe. But it's above the weekly 10, so that's the red line, and above the weekly 200. So let's say you flip 4.4 cents, you can actually target higher levels above you. 4.9, 5.6 cents, all the way up to this wick right here from April 2021 to 8.5 cents. So let's get our long tool in. So let's say this is your entry. You place a nice stop loss under that weekly 200, right? Like this, like that. Then your gain would be around 127% versus a 5% stop loss, which is pretty nice because this is definitely going to be huge resistance for IOTEX, but not only that level. I think this level here as well, right? Around 6.4, 6.7 cents is where you want to take some profits as well on IOTEX, but I think this would be a pretty interesting entry for IOTEX. RSI wise, yeah, RSI wise, this thing is still in the mid zone, not in the bullish control zone yet. Looks interesting here to me. Not bearish, also not really bullish. This thing is just re-accumulating here. But I think I went over all levels to break, to hold, potential entry. This is what I wanted to show here. So I wish you guys all a great day and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.